What is good, everyone? It is your boy Attach, and today we are back with another Modern Warfare tips and tricks video. Today we're talking about something very important: aiming your gun. I want to see you guys never miss another bullet again, okay? Obviously, I'm just kidding. People are going to miss from time to time, but I want your aim to get as consistent as it can, and I think I have some very good tips that can help you all out with your aim. There's some advanced stuff I'm going to be talking about that most of you probably won't know, but then also some very simple stuff that most of you probably do know. And for my advanced players out there, I'm sure you know most of the stuff I'm going to talk about, but I'm trying to help everyone that plays Call of Duty get better aim, because we got to take down these people camming in corners. We got to hit those corners hot, camera them, and take down the people with claymores and 725s camping. So let's get into this and let's talk about these settings to start it off. First things first, when it comes to aiming, we're going to be talking about sensitivity. We've talked about this a few times on my channel, but I personally use 661, so when I'm aiming down sight, it still is moving at the normal speed as my sensitivity. It's not a little bit slower and it's not too much faster. It just all feels smooth to me personally. That's why I like to use 661. But if you're a sub player, I would recommend 661 or 77.75. And then if you're like an AR player, maybe 551, 55.9, something like that. Those are just some suggestions. Give those a try. But let's talk about aim assist and why I use what I use. I personally use standard, and I'm going to show you why right now. Because when you're aiming at someone's in your field of view, you're aiming in, you get aim assist right there. You see? Close to him, I start getting aim assist. It starts slowing down right there. But without it, if I didn't have aim assist on, I would literally be going crazy like this. So you always want to use aim assist. But this is standard. Right when it gets close to him, it starts slowing down already. It starts slowing down. But let's switch it again to precision. And then look at it. Does not slow down until you're on him. So like right here, it's not slowing down at all. You go on the person, then it slows down. So you have to have like very good aim to do this. But even if you have very good aim, I would still, why not have the extra aim assist when you're just aiming near the person? It's gonna help you with the shot. So I'd highly recommend using standard. Precision is like, it's decent. I just think it's better to have more aim assist and aim drag towards a person. So that is standard. There was one more. It's focusing. Focusing is kind of the same thing. Like I'm next to the person. I don't really get aim assist. I aim over him, I get the aim assist. Let's do it slowly. Over the person. And then let's go back to standard. Let's do that one more time. You see, right when I get near him, it starts to slowing down. So personally, I think standard is easily the best aim assist to play on. Now we're going to talk about aim response curve type. Personally, I play on dynamic, and pretty much every single professional player and top player that I know plays on dynamic as well. That's because with dynamic, when you're like moving your analog stick in like the middle of your controller, it's slightly slower, and so it's easier to aim in and just insta snap on people, and at longer ranges too. And then when you're on the outside of the analog stick, it goes the normal speed. But when you're moving just like in the middle of the analog stick, it's slightly slower, and dynamic is just the best for long range. And especially on a lot of these gunfights on these maps, you're going to be in long range gunfights fighting other AR players. So hitting the first shot and hitting consistent shots is super important, and that's why I think dynamic is a must for you guys to play on. And shout out to the homie Izzy for helping me with that video so far. But now it is time to show you guys what happens when you do not hold your right analog stick slightly down. Always hold your right analog stick slightly down when you are shooting. This is what happens when you do not hold your right analog stick at all. Look at that recoil. Oh my god, look at that pattern. Okay, now let's do another one where I'm holding my right stick slightly down. Look at the pattern. Just compare the two. It is actually insane when you look at it like that. And it just goes to show that at all times, this is like the thing that everyone's been doing since Call of Duty originally came out way back in the day. Always hold your right analog stick slightly down. Same thing with MP5. Let's see. Oh my god. That is a terrible aim curve. Oh my. But you hold it slightly down. Still goes kind of crazy, but it looks a lot better than the one on the left. So guys, always remember to hold your right stick, your right analog stick slightly down. Your shots will be a lot more accurate. Trust me on this one. And now we're going to talk about pre-firing. Pre-firing is definitely very important, and it could be the deciding factor whether you get a kill or not. Obviously, it's not always the best because it can give away your spot. People will know where you're shooting from. but it can also be your best friend and help you in a lot of situations and give you the upper hand on certain players. So right now, obviously, I have the sweeping radar, so I'm going to know where people are. But in a game, if your teammate calls out there's someone to your right or someone's about to push in a door, shoot a couple shots. Don't go crazy and unload the whole clip at a doorway. So if they wait for the pre-fire and then run in, they kill you. No, shoot a couple shots. Pepper a couple shots, and then if you hit him, if he's running in, then you're already shooting. You're going to kill him guaranteed. But it's very, very important to pre-fire. And you have a lot of ammo, so make sure you put it to good use. And especially if you're going to be running an automatic weapon like an SMG or AR. Obviously, this is more so pub talk, because in competitive, you're either running the MP4 or the MP5. Or the M4 or the MP5. So in public matches, if you're going to be running like a FAL or a single shot weapon, pre-firing honestly is not that good because you really want to connect with your first shot. If you connect with your first bullet while you're using a single shot weapon, it's gonna you're gonna almost guaranteed hit the second and third bullet and get the kill instantly. But and that's why it's not that good to pre-fire with single shot weapons. But with just a regular gun, you're hopping around the corner quick. You know someone's gonna be close around the corner. Literally just jump the corner, wait for them, pre-fire. See a guy, pre-fire. Pre-fire. Just make sure you're pre-firing and getting your shot on point, ready for the people when you know they're pushing, because getting that first bullet is super important. And it's also very important, especially in this game, because you kill in 2 to 3 bullets, maybe 4. So always just that one extra bullet can be the game changer. It can win you a game or lose you a game, but you always want to put yourself in that best situation by pre-firing. But remember what I said, do not go too crazy and just start shooting at everything. Like obviously he just ran in there. It would be a dumb decision for me to just keep shooting. Make sure when you pre-fire, the other people know where you are, or you know where they are. You know where they are by a teammate call out or a UAV. Because if you're just pre-firing every corner when you don't know where people are, you're giving away your spot and you're just gonna get killed for free. So like I said, it's good to pre-fire, but not always good. Know when you have to do it. All right, and now we're going to be doing something that most of you guys definitely need to do. If you do not do this, I highly recommend doing this. Pretty much every pro player does this, every top player does this, and I'm sure just many players out there do this. Shooting bots. It is actually so much more important than you think. I would not say to just only shoot bots, never play pubs, all that. No, I think it's very good to shoot bots, and I think it's very good to play pubs. I just got juked out by a decoy. Oh my god, these bots are the next level. But the reason why I think it's important to shoot bots is to get your shot, on point, it gets your movement on point for the day. And then I also have this thing called the 50-50-50 rule that I've been doing for pretty much on every Call of Duty, every day, just to keep my shot consistent, keep my movement consistent, and just help me out become a better player, make sure I'm getting all my kills, because I don't want ever to cost my team a game or cost myself a kill because my movement or my shot's not on point. That's why I always try my best to be warmed up and ready to go. So the 50-50-50 rule is warming up with every single gun in competitive that you could potentially use and getting 50 kills with it. And if I'm in real serious grind mode, I will do that on every single map. Every single map that we play competitive, I will do that. And I've been doing that since like Infinite Warfare is when I started that. But the reason I do that is because right now the M4 and MP5 are the main guns used in competitive. And so if I'm running the M4 map and I don't have an MP5 class, or I'm not going to be using it that map, but I find one on the ground, I want my movement and my shot to be perfect with the MP5. And if it's not perfect, there's a problem, because I don't want that to cost me a kill, which makes the game harder for my team, makes us potentially lose. I'm trying to be ready with whatever gun I pick up and ready to win the gunfight, ready to have the best movement no matter what the gun is, okay? So 50-50-50. 50 kills with the M4, 50 kills with the MP5, and 50 kills with the sniper. And that's, I choose those guns because those are the competitive weapons. But if you're a pub player and you like using a couple different weapons, feel free to use those weapons as well. Make sure to do that. But just hop on real quick before you play for what? It takes 10, maybe 20 minutes max. You can shoot bots as long as you want, but I don't think it's good to only shoot bots, because here's the reason. You can overdo it as well. It's good to get your movement on point, it's good to get your shot on point, but you can also get used to the bot movement. And bots have, obviously, bot-like movement. They're not real people playing. And so you don't want to get too used to the bots movement, because you don't want to be looking for bots, because real people are jumping around, sliding around, going crazy, and these bots just aren't really doing that, and their movement is just so unnatural because they're robots. So I highly recommend only just getting warmed up a little bit. Don't go too crazy shooting 8,000 bots a day. Be my guest if you want to though, but I would recommend still shooting bots and then playing pubs as well. It's time to bring out the MP5. Ooh, I love this gun. I love the MP5. It's so much fun. I feel like you just fly around the map with this. Oh my god, this is such a beautiful weapon. Okay, low-key, it might be my favorite gun in the game. I think I might like this gun slightly better than the M4. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This feels just incredible. Okay. I wish you could put more bots on than 11. I feel like 11 bots is not that many, to be completely honest. But, guys, shooting bots is very helpful at the end of the day. Now I need to pull out the sniper. I need to pull out the sniper. At least I need to hit at least like couple of sniper shots. Get the sniper shot warmed up for the day. Oh, there we go. Alright, someone kill me. There we go. Harris. Alright, sniper time. Let's get these quick scopes. Let's see how our quick scopes are doing right now. Oh, dude, these decoy grenades. I got these decoy grenades, man. They're messing with me. Is that a hit marker? A hit marker first shot on. Oh, see, and that's why you got to warm up. If I get a hit marker in a real S&D match, that's going to cost my team the game. Potentially, that could have been a numbers round. We take advantage and we win, but instead I got a hit marker. Wow, this bot's a leech. He just hit me with some gas. Okay, come on, come here. We got to hit those. You got to hit those quick scopes. You got to hit those quick scopes. Oh, Cal's with the shotgun. Come on, Cal. Come on, Cal. But in a competitive gameplay as well, sniping is a lot slower than you see with public matches. Otherwise, you would see competitive players play on super high sensitivities. Because in competitive games, you're mostly just pre-aiming a lane with your sniper. You're not running around, trick shotting, jump shotting, doing all that. Because it's just not the best in this game. And especially when players kill you in 2 to 3 bullets, it's very difficult to just run around against some of the best players in the world and just quick scope them all game. It's not very consistent. So sniping in competitive is a lot of aiming in and being able to control your aim while you're aimed down sight, not just quick scoping. Obviously, from time to time, you're gonna have to hit the quick scopes, but most of the time, I would say you're just aiming down a lane and waiting for someone to walk in front of you. And last but not least, we're going to talk about movement and centering. They are both super important, and when your movement feels off, your shot's gonna feel off, your centering is gonna feel off, everything is gonna feel off, and there's nothing worse in Call of Duty, to me personally, than having clunky movement. When you're running into walls, you're just like running into cars, like it just does not feel good at all. Like you're just messing your movement, missing the box hops and stuff. It's literally the worst feeling, and I just feel like an absolute burger when I'm doing that. So make sure you use your time in your free-for-all, your bot lobby, to get your movement on point, do some jumps from some crates or some top buildings. You have your G slides on. No, I'm just kidding. I wish you could still G slide in this game, but it's super important to have your movement on point because that leads to your shots. That's how you lead your shot and center your shot. And then centering is the last thing we're going to talk about. I mentioned this in a few videos, but it doesn't hurt to mention again when we're talking about aiming and having a very good aim. Centering is just pretty much predicting where someone's going to be. I see someone, or I know someone's going to be, oh, there's someone back here. My aim is already on him right there. Oh, someone's right here. My aim's already on him. If I'm walking through this gate, someone could be up here in this window. I aim there. Someone's at the low doorway. Aim there. You pretty much just want to predict where they are. You're not always going to be right, and sometimes people are going to catch you off guard. That's fine. But being centered is very important because if someone's going to come around this corner right here, I'm ready for him to come around that corner. If this person's going to hit this corner, I'm already centered at this corner. I'm going to get him. Centered back at that corner. I'm going to get him. It's just very important to be centered. Make sure whenever you're walking forward, aim at the hot spot of where they're going to be. I'm going to use the word hot spot, where people play the most. The power positions, the hot spots, you know where to expect them. Someone is, I'm pretty sure up the steps. I'm going to be aiming towards the steps. Not aimed in, because I'm walking so slow. But aimed in like this, I can just instantly snap on him and kill him. Centering yourself is super important. Centering your aim is very, very important. I highly recommend while you really focus on centering your aim and always be centering on something so you're ready for the next gunfight. And guys, that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully this does help and your aim becomes the best in the world, except for mine. Don't get better aim than me. I really do not want you guys to do that. But nah, for real, seriously hope this video helps. You guys have been showing a ton of love to all my recent videos on YouTube, so I cannot say thank you enough. We're gonna be running it up. It's gonna be a great year. Thank you all for the love. I will see you in the next video, and as always, my name's Attach, and I'm out. Peace.